As of now, Klopp is going to be respected. A year from now, 2 years from now, he will be. 10 years from now, 15 years, the more time passes, the more Klopp's legacy at the Premier League is going to fade.
What I have seen under Klopp is we have transformed from a team that were a bunch of bumps.
The only reason why Klopp didn't win more was because it was something outside of his control. There was another manager who was just unstoppable, who was, like we were saying, the best manager, but the best league manager of all time, the best Premier League team in history.
It's a funny one here, because what I want to find out is how will Klopp be remembered? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, 97 points wins the league in every season, apart from the 198 points. So since 1992, there are only 2 seasons where 97 points does not win the league, which is crazy. And when you just look at the 99 points, when you look at them just losing by a point, and we just look at what they were able to do. When the dust settles, this is Liverpool fans, of course, he's like a god to Liverpool fans. Footballing wise, but mainly Premier League wise, how will Klopp be remembered? Will he be remembered as, wow, what he did was truly amazing? Or he is tied to Pep Guardiola and will always be that bridesmaid? So, okay, in my view, and I'll go to Mike then to rank, is that as of now, Klopp is going to be respected. A year from now, 2 years from now, he will be. 10 years from now, 15 years, the more time passes, the more Klopp's legacy at the Premier League is going to fade, and the more people will now Pep's legacy will increase. If Pep now does 5 in a row, 6 in a row, everything Klopp achieved and what he did with this team is going to fade away because of what Pep has done. Because when you look back, all Wikipedia will say is, oh, God, a guy did 100 points? A guy did 98 points? Like, how many times do we look at Wikipedia and say, oh, how many points did the second place get? When we look at Wikipedia, we're like, oh, first, how much did they get? We always look at first, the winners. So the winners are what is glued to us. We never look at what it did. And the thing about Wikipedia and looking in the past, it's without context. We just look at the raw data. And when you just look at the raw data, all it will say is, oh, you won that league with 99 points. But the other times you came second and you just were not as good as City. So, Mike, how do you think Klopp's legacy will be remembered? And do you think Pep's success harms Klopp's legacy?
I mean, for Liverpool fans, it will be totally different to what, you neutrals will say about Klopp. You'll just say, oh, this guy couldn't win enough. He didn't. He's just basically Pep's bridesmaid. And you know what? That is facts. He did finish second twice against Pep. But what I have seen under Klopp is we have transformed from a team that were a bunch of bumps. In our starting lineup in his first game, we had Milner at left wing, Nathaniel Klein at right back, Alberto Moreno at left back, and Emre Can in the DM role, and Adam Lallana at right wing. And people expect him to do wonders and somehow win the Premier League with that. Like, that's not feasible. So it's going to take a couple of years to at least build upon it, and then get to challenging for the league titles. And it took a while, and eventually we were able to go toe-to-toe with arguably the greatest team in English Premier League history. So at least he brought one title. If he didn't bring any Premier League title in 9 years, then we would have probably a very different conversation on, okay, you had all of this talk about we're going to be from doubters to believers, but you never brought the Premier League title. At least he brought one. Yes, he should have won more, but I will forever remember Klopp because he brought so many memories. He's at least beaten Pep at Anfield. He's beaten Chelsea. He's dunked on Man United.
But Mike, but beyond you though, as a Liverpool fan, like footballing wise, 10 years from now, what do you think his legacy will be like 10 years from now?
Speak on it.
In the Premier League.
Okay, so they'll probably just look upon it and say, okay, you at least stop Pep from getting 7 in a row. I think that's what they're going to say. You just stop Pep from doing 7 in a row. Honestly, what else can you? Huh?
Bro, shut up. You're so
Patrick, come on.
Patrick, shut up. Waka, shoulder.
Let's respect Leicester.
No.
Let's respect.
Okay, so was Pep the manager when Leicester won the league?
All I'm saying
No.
is,
He
if
came
we
in
sit
hot.
down,
He wasn't.
Oh, no, but Patrick, here's the thing that, again, we have to use context. What Leicester City thing was amazing.
It's
What
one
did
in
they
a
do? No,
century.
what did they do the previous season? What did they do the next season? The thing with Liverpool is that they won that league with 99 points, and look at how well they did the previous season. So you can't compare the both. All Leicester City is like, wow, that's an amazing achievement based on where they were. But Liverpool, based on just the points accumulations over several seasons, is far greater than Leicester.
you just told me that the Premier League mustn't glorify number 2, and you're here trying to glorify number 2.
Oh no! We're comparing both of them. If you're making a comparison between Leicester and Liverpool, let's make a comparison.
What's his
They
name
both
again?
have wait, they both have league titles. How many points did the Leicester get? How many points did Liverpool get when they won the title? And how many points did Leicester get in the previous season and all the other seasons as opposed to Liverpool? So, however way you want to cut it, raw data, objective data, Liverpool did far better than Leicester since they did. If we're using raw data,
I can also make a case for Leicester City. This manager,
You know, Patrick, you've talked enough. You
Patrick,
got your
no,
four league titles in a
Patrick.
row.
Look, now you're just hating. Now you're just
relax.
hating.
Just
Okay,
relax,
Mike,
Patrick.
now you're hating.
Just go back to Twitter and go troll there, buddy. This is real football talk.
I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying
I know,
this. Go ahead.
Patrick. I know you are. But
You
look,
see, this is what has happened. You see, money makes I blame
HH.
you, but continue.
You know what, HH? Guess what? In 5 years, he won't be here. Neither will Abdallah, neither will Don Smoke, and neither will Vader. 'Cause
Wait,
once these
we'll
guys
be-
turn,
oh.
once these guys turn into 5th place and 6th place merchants, they won't be here. Look at Los Blancos. Look at YSK. They're at least here still, and their team is in 8th place. Same with 8K. 8K still here. in this club.
we're here,
So-
man. We're here, man.
Look, there's YSK right there. Keep it PG. Look, but
Wait, hold on, no, Mike,
No,
Mike.
I mean, shout out Patrick. Klopp, should he have won more? 100%, he should have. But what are we going to say, HH? Jose only won 1 league title against Pep. You're GOAT, HH, you're GOAT. And what did it take?
Who was
Jose?
the best defensive record? What was the best defensive
HH,
record in Premier League
HH, what did
history?
it take Jose to win
Shut
that
up
league
about that
against?
defensive record.
What is it? Wait, Mike, sorry, what's it?
What did it take Jose to win that league against Pep in the La Liga?
Oh my. Okay, yeah, he had to break a points record. No, a goals
Yeah,
record, a points record.
He got 121 goals and 100 points. That's the sort of stuff you got to do against Pep. Like, HH, this is incredible what you have to do against Pep. And I think Klopp, people will say unlucky, bum, flop, and this sort of stuff. But obviously for Liverpool fans, it will be a totally different context. I mean, he did win a Champions League before Pep and Man City. I'm just going to add that context. He did win it before. So in the Premier League, in 10 years' time, I'm sure people will say, like, okay, you should have won more, but at least you stopped Pep doing 7 in a row. And he brought some great football. And you know who's the happiest man right now, HH, that he's gone? Pep Guardiola. He's the happiest man.
Oh,
HH,
yeah,
we
true.
saw those Amazon documentaries. We saw it. The guy was just, he saw Sadio Mane, he saw Firmino, he said Salah, he said, what the hell am I supposed to do against these guys? So he's going to be happy he's gone, but thank you, Jurgen. But now, HH, we have a bald Dutch manager. I hope this is.
Shout out to Ambrose. He can cook. Let Ambrose cook.
And his name is
Let Ambrose cook. Let Ambrose cook.
HH, as much as I have watched Feyenoord, I'm worried because I've seen a lot of Dutch players and a lot of Dutch managers come to the Premier League and they fail. And I just hope
Sluts have the use, man.
Why are you hating on
I knew
Netherlands,
these
man?
nicknames were
Come
going
on,
to come.
Netherlands.
I'm not really thrilled about the hiring, but the only manager where I could say, like, yes, we got a great manager is actually Simeone. If we got Diego Simeone, I would have been like, hey, cool. This guy will be the dark arts magic for Liverpool to go up against Pep and Arteta. But instead, we got Arne Slot. I just hope it's going to turn well.
Wait, okay, so rank. Klopp's legacy. What do you think Klopp's legacy will be if you look back at it?
Well, like you said, it's going to be completely different for all the neutral fans and the Liverpool fans because obviously I'm not from England. I decided to support Liverpool back in 2012 when Man City was born around that time. And back in that day, it was common
You see
Liverpool.
these shots. You see these shots.
Let rank land. Perfect story. Let rank land rank.
You're not looking at the entire history. I don't know. You don't tend to go back like 50 or 70 years back because your club didn't exist. But there is history as well. There's not only 1 league title. Okay, shut up. So back in that day, it was common for Liverpool to be in the Europa League. We finished sixth, another season eighth. Sometimes we made top four with a crap team and we bailed out in the round of 16 of the Champions League or something. And what I thank Klopp for is that he made Liverpool again. Because, these histories of Istanbul, the team in the 80s, those sounded like fairy tales for me when I started supporting Liverpool. And it became a reality again under Klopp. And that's something that I gotta thank him for, because the team played wonderful football throughout his entire tenure. We broke or were close to breaking so many records, because the problem is that the only reason why Klopp didn't win more was because it was something outside of his control. There was another manager who was just unstoppable, who was, like we were saying, the best league manager of all time, with the best Premier League team in history. And that's the only thing that stopped him, because else we would be talking about Klopp being probably the GOAT of the Premier League. But we're never going to have that conversation, because there was another person who was clearly and beyond above him. For Liverpool fans, he's going to be one of the Liverpool legends for sure. Just for bringing that essence back, that winning mentality back to Liverpool. But for everyone else, they are going to look at Wikipedia and, he stopped Man City from doing 7 in a row, or 8 or 9 or 10, depending on how many more they go on to win. And they are just going to remember him as his bridesmaid, sadly, because they're not.
So you don't think that he'll be remembered fondly then?
But for neutrals, no. For Liverpool fans, he's always going to be one of the best managers we've ever had. But for neutrals, he's just going to be that one guy who was competing with Pep, because, like you said, in 15 years' time, people are going to look at Wikipedia the way we are looking at the 80s in Wikipedia, and they are not going to look at the history, look at the games, and it's going to be different. Sadly, for neutrals, he's not going to be remembered the same way.
So in terms of the new manager, it's a matter of who is he going to bring in, right? So that is. Oh yeah, no, sorry, that was Jurgen on coming this way. But what I'm basically saying.
Hey, show us Jurgen. Can you see Jurgen? Show us Jurgen.
Get an interview quickly.
Get an interview. Elijah, get an interview. Show us Jurgen.
Oh, let's see if I can find the Jurgen. Oh, let's see if I can. I can't even turn it around. I can't flip my camera.
Just flip. Physically flip your phone around. Physically flip it around.
Okay, all right.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. We can hardly see anything.
No. Yeah, because he's kind of like towards the Anfield Road end. But what I'm basically saying is the questions will come up for sure in terms of who is he bringing in as players. Now,
but my thing is that what will Klopp's legacy be in 10 years' time? Will we respect what Klopp did for Liverpool in 10 years' time, or do you think Pep's success will overshadow it?
Here's the issue. In 10 years' time, it's a completely different generation. That's the problem. In 10 years' time, it's going to be a completely different generation. This current generation, I think, disappears in about the next 5 or 6. So basically, they'll give him the credit for being the only guy that actually gave Pep trouble. Honestly, I'm not discrediting what Arteta has done with Arsenal, but when you look at it pound for pound, Klopp has given Pep more issues in more than one competition, i.e. beating him in the Champions League at his crib, i.e. beating him in the league, beating him in the cup. So it's very complex. For me, I think it's a good 9 out of 10. If we had won another league, especially 21-22, never mind trying to beat Madrid in Paris, but the fact that you win another league title and Pep is now sitting, instead of 6 and 7, he's sitting on 5 and 7. It's a better outlook. Shout out to Pep. Shout out to City, 4 in a row. I don't know if you guys are really ready to have this Ferguson.
Oh, no, we're having it. No, that's why Wise Ken Los Blancos are here. We're going to have that. Well, that's why they're here.
Good. Because I might go off and go back to my hotel, but it needs to be talked about, because if you're winning 4 titles in a row, put the charges aside. We'll deal with that later. But the here and now is Man City has won 4 league titles in a row, and that puts the following legacies in danger. this United teams that have won 3 titles in a row look kind of odd because the 4th time they weren't as great. The Liverpool teams of the 80s that won 3 in a row as well, more than once, look pretty shaky because they couldn't do it the 4th time. So it's like, at this point, they've distanced themselves as the greatest 4-year run or greatest team run in English football history. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.